Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dozer Den. If you have not yet smashed the like button, go ahead and give it a good smashing. You can caress the like button. Lean in real close to that like button, whisper sweet nothings in its ear, and then just pound away. Because that's what you have to do with that like button. Sometimes you get excited about that like button. I understand that you might. But if you do, you have to hit it more than once. You must hit it at least thrice. If you hit it twice, cancels it out. And you don't want to do that. You want to be a proud killdozer here in the Dozer Den. Don't forget to follow this channel. We're streaming from the user account tonight because I figure maybe I'll just kind of go back and forth stream sometimes from the channel, sometimes from the user account. I don't want to confuse anybody, but whatever. Wasn't quite sure if people were finding me streaming from the channel. Didn't know. But we are currently on Rumble. We are on pilled.net. Get you a dose of that good stuff on pilled.net. What is that? The truth. Can you handle it? I think most of you killdozers can. What's up, Tim Finman? Good to see you. If you guys could share this stream out with your loved ones, friends, family, ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, Zers, and friends, I'm not going to judge, okay? Just keep it consensual between adults and preferably behind closed doors, and we will not have a problem, all right? When you do hit that repost, only two, that's right. When you do hit that repost here on Rumble, pops up in a little repost tab on the front page. So that helps people find this channel. And anybody that follows you can see that you have reposted this stream. Spread the word of the Dozer Den so that we may welcome more killdozers into the shed, guys. Into the den. I have a thing. Welcome to my den. It's a bear. I got told I was a bear the other day. I've also been told that apparently in certain communities I would be referred to as a bear. I took it as a compliment. I'm going to go ahead and take it as a compliment. Oh, well. What's up, General Samuel Fields over there on pill.net? Thank you so much for the red pill and the repost. Appreciate you. Say best to probably stream from the one you usually do. Yep. That's probably what I'm going to go back to doing. There's a channel there. So what I thought I might start doing, every now and then I might stream from the channel if it's like a completely different like thing. Like maybe for the outdoorsy stuff. I might rename it. Like Dozer Outdoors or Dozer Adventures, something like that. I don't know. I call the show the Dozer Den. I am the Bulldozer. Yes. And we are usually streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 3 to 4 news topics, palettes, cleansers sprinkled about to break up the monotony. Because you got to do that from time to time, right, guys? Right? Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a decompress stream, a chill stream to get away from all the bullshit of the week. Because sometimes you have to do that just to be mentally healthy, okay? And of course, we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your claim out. Those are the only two options. If you are intersex, I ask that you please pick a fucking lane. Okay? There's only two. Just pick one. You can donate to this channel through Rumble Rants, through gifted subs. That's right. You hit that red present box and you can shower the chat with your love. Or spray the chat with your love. Whatever verb you want to use, I'm not going to judge you, okay? I'm not. We talk about stuff and things here in the Dozer Den. Stuff and things. Enunciation. Quite important. Quite important. We are on X. We are on the dozerden.locals.com. We are on BitChute and YouTube. We're on YouTube tonight. So hello to anybody watching over there on CommyTube. I know Sam Duty does watch over there because it's available on his TV. Apparently his TV does not have the Rumble app, which I've watched Rumble on the Samsung TV, but I guess some TVs don't have it yet, which is very sad. They got to catch up. They got to catch up, guys. Rumble Shorts is on the way. That's going to be fun. February 4th, apparently, guys. Rumble Shorts is launching to compete with TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Facebook Reels. Might as well, right? So I'm going to be tinkering with some shorts maybe tomorrow. We are going to be streaming tomorrow. So I am streaming. First of all, apologies for not streaming yesterday. I usually stream Tuesdays. My bad. Family stuff went a little long. Family stuff almost went a little bit long tonight. So we got here a minute late. I was only 1 minute late and gay. 1 minute late and gay. But that's okay. We're going to make up for it. We are going to have a little bit shorter stream tonight because I have still have some things that I need to get done here around the house. So we're probably going to wrap it up around 10:45, 11 o'clock. Going to be a bit shorter stream, depending on how quickly we get through some of the topics. And but tomorrow's stream will be the typical length. Probably three hours or so tomorrow. There you go. We got all the emotes. We got all the emotes in the right place and all the subscribers. Guys, when you subscribe to Bulldozer74, that's something that you also can do to support this channel monetarily. Your name will be lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. That's right, you'll catch a rumble rash. It oozes patriotism, and the only treatment is more America. All right? Some people say they don't like rashes. This rash, you actually want to catch this rash. I've heard it's one of the best rashes you can get. It's a status symbol to catch that rumble rash, okay? Okay. Goodness, just a second here. Damn. Lady Dozer was texting me. No more deer, not another deer. But you can subscribe. You can subscribe over there on pill.net as well. Thank you to all those who are subscribed on a monthly basis to this channel. And thank you to every individual who is able to donate monetarily on a consistent basis. You guys seriously do not understand how much it means to me that there are people on the internet that would throw dollar bills at little old me. I appreciate that. And thank you for your continued viewership. That is something that does mean a whole hell of a lot. We got a cool little community here, in my opinion. Guys, we're at 221 episodes of The Dozer Den, where I sit down here at the desk and actually talk about stuff and things. All right. We've had more episodes than 221, but I don't call it The Dozer Den necessarily unless I'm sitting here in front of my laptop. So appreciate each and every one of y'all that's been sticking with me, and hopefully we continue to grow and do bigger and better things. So, and as I say that, the numbers are going down. Goodness gracious. That's all right. But if you do repost on Rumble, I will be shouting that out every now and then. I'll do a refresh to see who has done so. And yeah, follow me in all the places, guys. We're going to talk about some things today. We got a few topics. First one, Ilhan Omar. I mean, Ilhan Smollett. Possibly. Maybe. It looks fake as hell, guys. It looks fake as hell. Ilhan Omar, conveniently, after the investigation gets announced that she's going to be, they're going to be looking into her winery, which I think there's probably a little bit more that you can look into than just her winery. Apparently, it's just a shell company of some sort. Doesn't really actually do any wine. Interesting and very convenient that just random dude who looks sloshed off his ass gets up and sprays her with a syringe of liquid. And then she decides to have her Teddy Roosevelt moment and continue speaking. Listen, honey, you're no Teddy Roosevelt. This ain't your bag. Stop it. Stop it. She should look into the health benefits of ACV. What's ACV? Should I ask? Interview Nomad? Should I ask? I'm concerned. I'm interested. I'm intrigued, but concerned. Concernedly intrigued. Do you guys like my thumbnail? It's Ilhan Omar with a on a dartboard, her face on a dartboard, dodging the syringes. Thank you, Grok. Grok Imagine, guys. I love using Grok Imagine for the thumbnails. I hope you guys get a little bit of entertainment out of it. That's the goal anyways. Oh, I forgot to say, your name lit up after you subscribe. Your name will be lit up in that beautiful shade of MAGA red. You'll have access to all those emotes, a plethora of wondrous, stupendous, fantabulous emotes. Some animated, some not. Tim Finman with a whoosh, slap of that peach. I almost forgot. And you don't have to worry about ads on this channel, and you get to watch the premium content that I turn out. If you want to do that in another way, if you want to get some of those benefits, not the red subscription, but if you want to get some of those, or excuse me, not the access to all the emotes, but if you want to do the other things, you can click that red Get Premium button, okay, right below me, and get premium. And then you'll have access to every creator that does premium content and not have to worry about ads on any stream here on Rumble. And it does help me out as I am in the Rumble Creator Program. And the more people that sign up for premium when they're watching my content helps me out. So if you're re-upping or renewing, you can click it under my content, and that does help. So I appreciate the heck out of that. If you so choose to do so, let me smash my own like button because I forgot we're up to 4 likes, including myself, because if you aren't liking your own stream, what are you really doing? To all those over there on the X Machine, hello, and thank you for watching. 13 people have checked it out so far. Appreciate you guys. You can participate in the live chat over there on X. So I don't do a good job of checking in on that and making sure that live chat is going well. Every now and then people will comment, but not as often. BitChute, every now and then we get bots in that one. Pill.net and Rumble seem to be where the fun is at for the chat. So, oh, and I forgot the dozerden.locals.com. a measly $5 a month, and you get all the benefits of a Rumble subscription. Plus, you get to participate in the live chat there on Locals, one of the most free speech live chats on the interwebs. No genitalia, no direct threats of ending people. That's about it. Everything else you can do. Are nipples allowed on Locals? I think they are. I'm not 100% sure. But $5 a month, and you'll get access to the Locals. You can post things that you find interesting in that community and comment under the things that I may post. So we are going to talk about Ilhan Omar first, though. Pudgy TV put this up on Twix. Looks like she was close with her attacker. Interesting. Let's check that out really quick. We'll get to that when we're getting into the story. Yeah, he if that's accurate, quite interesting. Quite interesting, Tim Finman. Thanks for sharing. Second topic of the evening, SignalGate, guys. SignalGate, Mug Club, Steven Crowder's operation, did some infiltration of the chats, the Signal phone calls, group calls, where they're literally acting like they have a dispatch. They're an insurgency group and they need to be shut down by our government. That is something where our federal government really needs to be stepping it up. And Cash, you said you opened an investigation into it, and that just kind of concerns me, to be honest. Because I don't trust Cash Patel. It's counterfeit cash. That's one of the things from Robert Barnes that I will take to steal. Counterfeit cash. Yes. This needs to stop. The Insurrection Act should have already been employed. I've said this, before, but they have to stop this. They have to crush this, in my opinion. This type of organized resistance to federal operations that are completely constitutional and legal needs to be shut down. You can't allow this. They sent in the damn guard to let the kids into school during the civil rights era. They need to they need to federalize the forces in this state. I did see that after Tampon Tim Waltz and Jacob Fry met with Tom Homan and talked with President Trump, that the Minnesota State Police actually started doing their jobs. Weird. You get a little talking to from Daddy Trump and you start acting right. Maybe he told him, he's like, hey, just so you know, Timmy, Tampon Tim, I've heard they call you that. I have this little thing called the Insurrection Act, and trust me, my button's bigger than yours. I told Kim Jong-un, Little Rocket Man, that. He didn't like it, but he knew I was telling the truth. What's up, Sanglant? Good to see you. One of the dozerden.locals.com monthly subscribers. If I could make it for the year, I would, Sanglant. I've tried. They said I'm not popular enough. I'm not important enough in Locals world. Third topic of the evening, guys. Alex Pretti has a not-so-pretty history, apparently, guys. Now, we're going to talk about it in general. I'm going to kind of just flesh out my thoughts on it. I don't really have an article or anything to go with it. I do have 2 articles for the first 2 topics, plus some clips from Mug Club, Louder with Crowder. Steven Crowder's been posting those on X today. One of those people's names is Sunflower. Guys are fucking LARPing. You're LARPing and you're dying because of it. Good job, idiots. Speaking of idiots, Alex Pretti, video evidence has emerged from 11 days ago that show him being a very combative with federal agents. He spit on one. There's a big old fucking loogie that he hawked at this dude as he was getting in the car. And then he kicks the damn car and knocks off a license, not a license plate, knocks off the tail light. Why wasn't he in prison for that? Why wasn't he already locked up for this? You should have been locked up in jail. If he had been locked up in jail, we wouldn't have had a death. And he wasn't some gentle warrior. And we've got the evidence to back that up. Probably was in those Signal chats, if I'm not mistaken. I heard that. I don't know for sure. But I'm kind of figuring if he was there and that on it and that involved, he probably was. A piece of garbage human being. Doesn't mean that I'm happy that he's dead. I'm not happy that the man's dead. And it is a lot murkier situation than the Renee Good situation, for sure, legally. But this guy wasn't some peaceful warrior, some happy, gentle white knight. He was just protecting women from these violent federal officers. Oh, goodness gracious. How dare they shove a woman? Oh, no. For Singland, though, $1 Rumble Rant, turn in the chat blue. If the chat goes blue, you know what we must do. We must play. We must play the blue sound, guys. If I can scroll down to it, my gosh. We'll do a short one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. That puts us $49 away from Fancy Hat goal. Guys, any stream that we do here on the interwebs, if we hit $50 worth of donations, I'll put on a fancy hat. And, okay, I got something else. If we hit double hat goal, if we hit $100, if we had $100 on a stream, some Saturday streams, we might end up having the shades. Yes, I went out and I bought a little bit zany pair of shades. I might get I might up the zaniness at some point. This is a prototype, okay? These will fit over my glasses. Not even out of their package yet. But if we hit $100 on a stream, you'll get a fancy hat and you'll get the shades. All right? All right, we have levels, we have tiers. All right? Guys, you can donate with Rumble Rants through gifted subs, which more of that goes directly to the creator, by the way, if you gift subs. You can also use a Venmo or Cash App to donate directly to the Dozer in household. If you would let me put it up. What's going on? Oh, I think I know what's happened. Maybe. Why don't let me do it? There it is. Haha. Oh. There's the Venmo one was over there a second ago. Now we got Cash App right over here. That goes directly to the Dozer Den household. If you are so inclined to donate directly in that fashion, you don't have to, but if you want to, want a link to some rhinestones, I could put some rhinestones on there. Lady Dozer probably has some. That's right. Lick the Dozer's like button, roast him in a repost, and comment his comment section because commenting is caring. Caring so much. Thank you, Tim Finman. Appreciate you, bud. But yeah, we're gonna talk about those things tonight. I might have a couple things first that we might play before we get into the serious stuff because I like to ease you into it just a little bit, okay? Let's see. I got a lot of important stuff that I have bookmarked since yesterday because I've been busy. Oh, here's a funny, just to get you loosened up a little bit here. The oven warmed up a little bit. Here's an Alabama comedian talking about funny stuff.
Growing up in the South, if you don't get married in your 20s, they start making up rumors about you. They're like, no, it's cool. He's always been a candle guy. It's not a big deal. I got a good woman, though. She's from Kansas. Everybody should get a partner from Kansas. They're very easy to impress. Yeah, she's from a town of 89 people. I show her a 4-story building. She's like, how'd they get up there? You know? I'm like, elevators, baby. I'm going to show you the world, you know? Listen, I know being from Alabama and making fun of Kansas is a lateral move. I get that. But when you grow up in the South, everybody tells you that you live in the middle of nowhere. And then you go to the Midwest and you realize you've been lied to, okay? Where I'm from, we talk different and our food's fried, but we can see our neighbors. There's parts of Nebraska that if you got the flu, that'd be the last flu you ever got. There's no medical care. It's like the Oregon Trail. They're going to give you a warm rag and sing a hymn. And Kansas is the flattest place I've ever been, man. I feel like every prison in the country should be in Kansas. Yeah. You could watch an inmate run away all weekend. Could you imagine the conversation in the guard tower? He's like, listen, Jason, don't shoot him, man. I like to watch him give up. Yeah, there's nothing out there. He's scared to death, Jason. He's running back towards us. Look at him. Oh, man.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good. I actually hadn't heard that last part. That's pretty solid. All these idiot libs are fighting for people who would otherwise kill them. Yes, they are. Well, the thing is, they don't care. Here's the dirty secret. It's not they don't really have a reason other than revolution. They want to see this country fall. And this, I agree completely. I had been thinking this, and then Phil Labonte, the lead singer for All That Remains on Timcast, frequent co-host, pretty consistent co-host when he's not touring, of Timcast, said it's not about, they don't have to have a reason. It's simply the revolution. The revolution is their reason. This has to be stomped out forcefully. You can't do these things in a polite society, in a United States of America. You can't do these things. I'm pretty libertarian on a lot of things, but what they've done is started an insurgency. They are probably learning from terror cells like Al-Qaeda, in my opinion. Not liberals at all, cultists and communists and cultists. I mean, that's the extreme liberal, I guess you could say. The old school liberal definition is different. There are, and the thing is, it's not just the hardcore extremists. They've got just basic bitch, 30-something-year-old, 40-year-old house, single moms that are involved in this stuff now. They're radicalized for no good reason. It's no good. They've been spun up and lied to so much, and the media is partially to blame. The politicians are partially to blame. I would argue that it's a Hegelian dialectic, and even those on the right like to see this to an extent because it keeps us fighting against each other. I will say, though, they seem to be targeting the federal government quite a bit right now. But they're also targeting innocent citizens. Again, anarcho-tyranny. I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. Anarcho-tyranny, if it is allowed, that is how society falls and crumbles. And I don't want to see that because I have children and I want this damn country to stay great. There are a lot of fantastic things about this country. And even though there are some shitty people that are combining their efforts to do shitty things, it doesn't mean it's everywhere. It doesn't mean it's everyone. There are well-meaning liberals that just are ignorant. There are. These individuals are not. These are communist revolutionaries, and they need to be shut down very quickly. But I would say it's going to be very, very hard to do so because they've already metastasized. It's an operation. Notice it's like 65. And soy boys. Like Alex Pretti. Dumbass of the day. We should have, oh goodness gracious, England. We had you know how back in the day, after George Floyd and all that, there was a whole push for the left for body cams. I'm a fan of body cams. Thing is, there's a bit of a it's bit them in the ass because there's been some very hard truths they've had to swallow, hard pills they've had to swallow as a result. This guy isn't happy.
He said in the wake.
Can you tell just by the look? You can tell this guy's a fucking faggot, like liberal. Like I'm not meaning gay. I mean he just looks like a fag.
Of Michael Brown will market it to
Michael Brown got what he fucking deserved. Anybody that still buys the hands up, don't shoot narrative is a fucking idiot who literally has had their head in the sand and didn't actually pay attention to the investigations that took place, even from a kind of black attorney general, Eric Holder, and a half black, half white President Barack Obama. They found that officer acted it was in a completely justified manner. There was never a hands up, don't shoot. He was attacking that officer and he got what he deserved.
To low information people in the public, to well-meaning liberal people, will market it as accountability and transparency. And so they totally shifted, and then they were able to get hundreds of millions of dollars toward their goal of outfitting every single cop in the United States with a mobile surveillance camera that the police control. They control when...
It's like body cams for every officer. Wait, not like that. Not like that. Oh no, you're showing a certain population consistently doing bad things. No.
It's on, when it's
off,
Mr.
Joe Man?
What it captures, when something is captured, is released to the public. So if the police capture, let's say, an undocumented immigrant committing some crime, that's out on Fox News and the New York Post within hours. But if they capture the police doing something horrific, the public may never see that video. So body cameras are a mirage. And as I write in the propaganda book, and it's really critical to understand exactly how it happens, not only do they not reduce police violence, but they have been an essential propaganda tool in convincing so many well-meaning people across our society that the authorities care about police violence, that they want accountability, that they're doing something, right? And it distracts people from the core, important kinds to reduce the size and power of these bureaucracies.
Most of that I just heard, I'm gay. And not as in a homosexual, just gay. Gay. That kind of gay. We're in a weird spot. We're in a very weird spot. You guys got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. Why are you sad? Why are you mad? Chill out. One more thing before we get into the actual topics. We're only going to be going about another hour and a half tonight, guys. Going to wrap it up around 11 o'clock, maybe a little bit before. Then we're going to raid out to people. But I don't typically stream on Wednesday nights. It's typically nights where other things occur. So, let's look at some cool hermit crabs. Hermit crabs will put their tail end in a lot of things. Okay, even if it's trash. And this isn't good. We got to help the hermit crabs. The Good Samaritan.
Well, that's no good. We gotta go ahead and find this guy a new house. If only there was someone with a bag full of hermit crab houses. Here he is, right here, the man of the hour. Okay, yoink, throw him in the bucket and give him a couple options. And he likes the black stripe one. Good choice. Slide that slimy abdomen out and into the new home. Whoa. Whoa. That was crazy. Don't see that every day. Have good life. Well, that's no good. We gotta go.
What's up, Hamburglar Helper? Good to see you. You demand macaroni pictures. Oh, well, at some point. Maybe. Midlife crisis? Yes. Most likely. So, what is it with the blinded love for frazzled? I don't know. I found that frazzle drip video once, and I was just, ugh. Yeah, no, very bad. Aliens, those little things. Guys, hermit crabs, they're kind of cool, but they stink, okay? I used to live down in Georgia, and on the weekends, my dad would take us, me and two of my brothers, down to the pier, and we'd fish off the pier, and we'd put crab baskets down with chicken and chicken skin, hanging off of it, and pull it up, and you'd end up with a bunch of hermit crabs in there. And so we had an aquarium that we put them in, and we took them, one time we took them back to Missouri. It's a long trip for hermit crabs. It smelled nasty in the car. But we'd take them back to our spot up in Georgia, and we'd try to get them to live in a. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. They all died. But we had a lot of shells after that. Yeah, seal swoop down and nom nom nom. No, not right after that. Crabs do look kind of alien. I agree. They do. Oh man, but yeah, that's a lot of. I think they're pretty cool creatures. We killed so many. We had good intention. Okay, we had good intention. They're gonna come. When the invasion occurs, they're gonna remember. I think they're probably gonna get me and my brothers. But all right, guys, let's get into the first topic of the evening. Ilhan Smollett attacked, or was she? I am kind of leaning towards probably fake as hell at this point, guys. Looks a little fake to me. But let's look at a couple of the vidges. If I can scroll to them and you guys tell me what you think. Do I have these in my bookmarks or not? I better. Was it yesterday? Let's scroll in. Did I not bookmark any of the attack videos? Yes, I did. Here we go. Here's a close-up let me scroll down to the white out. Here's here's one. Cephalopods are aliens, mini brains in their limbs and all that. They are anomalies. Yeah, Mr. Joe, man, it's messed up, dude. It is. Maybe crabs are reincarnated by the people who deliberately spread crabs. That are their crab people. At my ball fake and stage. It looks pretty freaking fake. And here's a shot of let me see. Let me find the original video. And then I'll show you the one where it looks like she gives him a nod before the actual incident occurs. It's what it looks like, okay? It's what it looks like. I'm not saying for sure one way or the other, but it's awful sus in my opinion. Awful sus. Oh, well, damn. All right, I'm going to scroll back up. I don't have the one that's a wide shot of her getting sprayed. It's not in my bookmarks, but it's in my posts. I might go to that here in a second. But let's look at the one where she looks like she's nodding at the guy. That's what I'm seeing. I could be wrong. But also, here's the thing. Unless your security is absolute dog shit, they're not going to listen to you say that you want to stay and finish your speech, your little presentation. That's not real. They would just snatch her up. They would bear hug her, wrap her up, and take her to the hospital to get checked out. This isn't something that they would allow to occur. All right. It isn't. They wouldn't back off and let her be a strong, independent woman. They wouldn't do it. Let's take a look at this first video where it looks like she was giving him a nod. You guys tell me. Maybe I'm just off. Maybe I'm off. But it looks like she looks right at the guy. He's right in the front row with a syringe.
Must resign or face impeachment.
There's the nod.
Must resign or face impeachment. Must resign or face impeachment.
That's such fake. It's so fake. She gave him the nod. It was the go ahead. They look so fake. She wants more security. And apparently they're going to be investigating this. And here's the thing. What is up, King of Biltong? Check it out. Anton in the house. What is up, my man, the meat man? Guys, if you have not had a chance to go over to www.biltongusa.com, you should definitely give it a shot. Use promo code DOZER for 10% off your order. That fantastic meat. Guys, what is Biltong? It's what beef jerky wishes it could be. Okay? It's creatine, iron, protein, B vitamins, magnesium, I think. All kinds of good ingredients in there, kinds of nutrients that your body needs. You know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have any added sugars, no soy, no gluten. You don't want that in your meat. You're not going to get that from Anton. Okay? Anton, he's a South African immigrant that came to this country with a very, very simple dream of spreading his meat across the land. You, amazing killdozers, can help him achieve that goal by going to www.biltongusa.com. You can eat it cold. You can eat it warm. You can eat it room temperature. You can put it in an omelet or perhaps on a leftover piece of cheese pizza. It's quite delicious. And there's more than just meat on biltongusa.com. There's imported goods, some sodas, candy, snacks, and there's that delicious rooibos tea. It helps me out whenever I have a tickle in my throat. Quite delicious. Check them out. Good people, good product, good stuff. Thanks for joining King of Biltong, Mr. Anton. And you should check out his content. He puts some stuff out every now and then. Works the meat with his hands. Yes. It is something that I just did. Entropy Nomad. It came out of my mouth one stream, and then I don't know. It's just that's how it goes. I might clip that out and post that for you, Biltong. And it contains Celtic salt. It's good stuff. Very good. Thank you, Hamburglar Helper. Yeah, I do have that. That's just in my head. Hope you like that. Appreciate you joining. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Share the stream out with your loved ones. We must bring more killdozers here into the Dozer Den. Oh, hey, that's all good. I got the same thing kind of sometimes whenever I want to do the outdoor stuff anyways. But wish I could afford it. Dang, South stealing my snow work. Dang it. You're most welcome, Anton. Seriously, though, great products, good people, worth every penny that you're going to spend on that meat, guys. Just saying. All right, let's take a look at another angle here of the Ilhan Smollett incident. He shouted, "This is MAGA country," right afterwards. I swear.
Or face impeachment. Resign.
She nodded. She gave him the go-ahead, guys. I'm sorry. That looks like a completely staged event. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, nobody on the right thinks this is a good idea. And Tim Thinman shared a post from Pudge that shows this guy, it's MAGA country, right? Shows this guy hanging out with Ilhan, apparently. If this is real, which it looks real, it looks like he might have been a supporter. She's wearing the exact same DFF, though. What does the DFF stand for? Huh. Wonder who I muted. Sometimes I mute people. It happens. I think a mute's better than a block. There are some people that need a block, though. There are. Go ahead, MAGA, squirt on me. Oh, no. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. Hamburglar Helper. She looked dead at the nods. It just looks so fake, guys. And they're going to investigate. The FBI apparently is looking into it, from what I understand. Crazy thing about it is, if they find that she's the one that was involved with that, which it looks like she was, because she was all noble, and I have to finish my speech. We're not going to let these bullies keep us down. Oh no, we're not. No, that's not real life. That's not real life. I do not buy it. Hope money changed hands. Yeah, I think you need to look into his communications. I think you're probably going to find some interesting stuff. What's up, Mr. Scott Awesome? Good to see you. Thanks for joining this episode of the Dozer Den. Let's scroll a bit. Here. I know I posted it. I could save a little bit of time by just searching it on X. It'll come up pretty quick if you do that, but I'm stubborn, okay? I started on this journey and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep freaking going. All right? Here's the longer video, the whole incident, or at least part of the incident. Get to see more of it here. Ilhan Smollett.
Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
You must resign.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
And it turns out the substance was apple cider vinegar. That's the last I saw reported. Apple cider vinegar, guys. The left will call this an acid attack.
Oh my God.
Technically, it is acidic.
Oh my God, he
I
sprayed
need a
something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
No,
We'll go. No, we will continue.
No. Ilhan,
Uh-huh.
you need to go get checked.
No, we will continue this. We're not going to get away with it.
Bull. And she's so dramatic. We will continue this. We're not going to let this fucking asshole. And then the secret, that is not how it would work. They would have snatched her up and taken her out to get checked out. This is not real. I am calling it right now. This is a staged event.
You check. No, you don't know what he did.
And DHS.
Yeah, no. Oh, somebody commented. So this looks real. Oh, that's a troll account. People are getting troll baited hard right now. There's some good trolls out there. There's some really clever trolls out there that they're fooling a lot of people. Oh yeah, apple cider vinegar does smell terrible, but you know what? Probably made her smell a little bit better. I've heard Somalians don't have great hygiene. I don't know for sure. I've heard things. That's what they tell me. They tell me, Ilhan, brother lover Omar, doesn't smell nice. She smells quite rank most of the time. What's up, Sheriff Hector, over there on pill.net? Thanks for the red pill in the repost. ACV is great. Cucumbers and potatoes. Did you tell me what ACV was earlier? Forgot. I got distracted. Did an impromptu ad read. Oh, by the way, the links are in the description for articles that we're going to go through. We are going to go through an article about this that talks about the guy who did it. His name is Krzyminski or something. I don't know. Funny last name. We're going to look through it, and we're going to try to pronounce it correctly. Let's see. We do have an article. All the links to the articles are in the description, and the link to biltongusa.com is in the description as well. Let's check this out. This is from Time. So Time is going to be a little bit more kind to Ilhan Omar. They're probably not going to even question this. But one of the reasons that I like to read articles from sources that I don't necessarily agree with, first of all, I think it broadens my perspective and it sharpens my ability to critique the opposing opinion. So I like to quote Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, man sharpens man, right? Even if it's something that I disagree with, it can sharpen my perspective. It can sharpen yours. If you're seeking out opinions that differ from yours, even if it's just a little bit, it can help broaden the way that you are able to discuss things. So that's what I like to do. And I also like to tear them apart. Oh, you're looking into Canada shipments. Heck yeah, we got a lot of Canadians that would love some of that lovely, lovely meat, Anton. Let's check this out. So we have an article from Time, and I do like to tear apart articles when they're presenting logical fallacies, or when they're written terribly. If you're in a big publication, there is no excuse. All the editors, all the assistants that you have, there's no excuse for grammatical errors. None. Nine. From Time, the suspect who attacked Ilhan Omar is identified. Here's what we know. By Philip Wang. During a town hall event in Minneapolis on Tuesday, Democratic Rep. Ilhan Omar of Minnesota was sprayed with an unknown liquid in a syringe before the attacker was tackled and removed by security. It was a very gentle tackle. Yeah, it could have been harder. But apparently it's apple cider vinegar. That's what I saw. So either this has not been updated or maybe that wasn't confirmed. I'm not sure. The suspect has been identified by Minneapolis police as 55-year-old Anthony J. Kazmierczak. Kashmir. Multiple outlets reported. He was arrested on suspicion of third-degree assault. The police investigation is still ongoing. Court documents show Kazmierczak was convicted of driving while impaired in two separate incidents in 2010 and 2009. On Facebook, Kazmierczak has switched his profile pictures to Trump many times while also uploading cartoons criticizing Democrats' policies. Really? Okay. In January 2025, a Quora account under the same name and profile picture as Kazmierczak's Facebook account posted a racist question regarding descendants of slaves paying restitution to Union soldiers' families. Well, I want to know what the thing was. We're going to go and check it out. Let's do a little bit of a search. This is Andy Kazmierczak, 6 followers, 10 followers. How is that a racist question? It's actually not a racist question. That's a question. I don't think it came from this guy, though. It said, when will the descendants of slaves pay restitution to Union soldiers' families for freeing them, dying for them, and not sending them back to Africa? I mean, the whole sending them back thing is kind of weird, but I mean, that's just a question. I don't know why you got to couch that as a racist question. Good job, Time, being completely objective in your writing. Obviously. Video footage shows Omar was calling for abolishing immigration and customs enforcement, of course, and for Homeland Security Kristi Noem to you're missing a secretary. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. That's what you were trying to say there, Wang. To resign when the suspect jumped in front of her and sprayed the liquid on her shirt. The staffers on the scene said in the video that the liquid had a strong smell. Local media reported the liquid had an orange color and emitted a strong vinegar-like odor. Following the incident, the town hall was briefly halted. Omar, while visibly shaken, insisted on continuing the event and called for Minnesotans to stay strong and resilient. She later posted on X that she was okay. She's not Teddy Roosevelt. This is not your Teddy Roosevelt moment, hun. Stop it. We can tell. It's bullcrap. This moment in U.S. history, and particularly in Minnesota, requires all of us to be working together to preserve our democracy. First of all, it's a constitutional republic with democratic processes, but I digress. When we say we are going to put our lives on the line for what is our right, we mean that, Omar said in her speech following the attack. You got sprayed with vinegar. Calm down. Thank you, Bill Tongs. It's a great show, Billdozer. I need to go. I'm up very early. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you, good sir. Thanks for popping in. Hopefully I'm doing you justice with my ad thing. I try to make it entertaining. Give it a little pizzazz. Appreciate you, man. And thank you for the meat. Let's see. Asked on Tuesday if he had seen the video footage, President Trump told ABC News that he had not, but suggested the attack on Omar was staged. Agreed. Omar is one of a handful of Democrats Trump has repeatedly attacked over the years and suggested the Congresswoman, who is a U.S. citizen, should be deported. Agreed. In recent weeks, Trump has tried to tie Omar to a fraud scandal in her home state, claiming without evidence. Oh, there's that word. There's a little bit of words there. Claims without evidence. We're back to that good stuff. Thank you for being shitty, Time magazine. That she's worth $44 million and calling for the Department of Justice to investigate her. Yes. It's odd. It's odd that she decided to increase. She was able to increase in her net worth by so much. Now, she did marry a guy who was apparently very wealthy, so that's could be part of the $25 million, I guess, of her worth could be included in that. The $44 million I actually hadn't heard until the other day, so I'm interested in that number. I had heard 35, I think, in the past, so Not sure where the other 9 million came from, but okay, maybe it's the winery. I think I saw that it was 5 million. But anyways, I don't think about her. I think she's a fraud, Trump said Tuesday. Agreed. Local officials in Minneapolis were united in defending Omar and condemning the attacker. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey posted on X that violence and intimidation have no place in Minneapolis. Yeah, unless you want to do it to federal agents, apparently. Minneapolis City Council member Latricia Vitale, who attended the town hall event, said the attack was unacceptable and deeply concerning. Despite this, my fellow elected officials and I remain committed to serving and representing the people of Minneapolis, she said on Facebook. Several congressional Republicans have also voiced their concerns following the incident. Rep. Lawler of New York and Rep. Mark Alford of Missouri both condemned the attack. Rep. Nancy Mace of South Carolina, who moved to subpoena Omar's immigration record earlier this month, said on X she is deeply disturbed by the incident. Regardless of how vehemently I disagree with her rhetoric, and I do, no elected official should face fists, Mace wrote. This is not who we are. Well, they had a correction earlier. They needed another correction, in my opinion. Well, there's that article. And like I said, the link to that is in the description if you want to read through that and digest it a little bit more fully than what I can give you here in a brief read through on this episode of the Dozer Den. With all this, it's far too convenient. Far too convenient timing, in my opinion, for this to be legit. Let the investigation commence. Let's see what it's actually about. Because I kind of doubt that this was legitimate. It's too convenient. It makes it too easy for her to be the victim. And if it was a real event, the security would not have allowed her to stay up there and continue speaking. They would have spirited her away to the hospital to get checked out. You don't know what's in that syringe. Unless you actually do know what's in that syringe. In which case, good job, Ilhan Smollett. Yeah, they encourage violence, then cry foul when it's thrown back. But again, I don't think this was legit. I think that dude was wasted. He looked like he was wasted. And I'm betting they probably paid him pretty well. He'll probably be released. I mean, hell, if you can, he could have attacked her. He could have legitimately attacked her. Horrible security, by the way. Horrible. But yeah. Not a good thing, guys. Not a good thing. Let's see. Go ahead. Something else on this. Perhaps. A very low level of manipulation and theatrics. Yep, I agree, Mr. Joe Man. That's what I think is going on. I think it's to try to get her into the victim placement. So, let's see here. I don't think I had anything more on that. But I do have some things that I wanted to show you guys. Talking about fraud, right? Apparently it's not just some. Dr. Oz was riding around and finding fraud from the Ruskies, the Russian-Armenian mafia, apparently, according to Amuse. So check this out really quick here.
You can see these are medical buildings. They've got Cyrillic writing, Russian, Armenian writing. On both sides, there's lots of action, it seems. I don't know how many patients are getting care, but in this 4-block area in Los Angeles, there are 42 hospices. So either there are a lot of people dying here, or you've got a fraudulent activity that is so good that everyone wants to get in on it. I'm in Van Nuys in Los Angeles, and this boarded up area above my head here is a big hospice center. There are apparently quite a few hospices around here, 42 within a 4-block radius. And
it really bothers me again. It bothered me about the Smalley stuff. It bothers me in this aspect. If you have people that are fraudulently claiming dollars, tax dollars, funds for this type of thing, but they're not providing the service, that means that there are individuals who are missing out on this funding and are not getting it to help people that need it. Hospice is it's end of life care. And to think that there are providers that aren't able to get the funding that they need to actually help the people in the areas that they want to function in because you have people who are lying and stealing, it's disgusting. And there's a special place, in my opinion, for that.
These guys stole $16 million. Listen
Right.
carefully. The main guy
Get
went
him
to
in.
jail for 2 years, stealing $16 million, which is a good trade-off for a lot of folks. And if you look at it, it's pretty in the script. There wasn't anyone really in there. They weren't doing any services. They just got an address they could claim was a hospice. And then they ran the business claiming people were at home getting services, which they really weren't. What we have learned is there's roughly $3.5 billion of fraud taking place here in Los Angeles in hospice and home care. It's run quite a bit of it by the Russian Armenian mafia. You notice the lettering and language behind me is of that dialect. And it also highlights the fact that this is an organized crime, mafia deal where you've got folks who have systemically recruited doctors to write false prescriptions, hundreds of doctors participating. They've got 100,000 patients who they've tricked or paid to give them their beneficiary numbers so they can perpetuate the fraud. And then the criminals are just running the whole organization and quickly scurrying away. When law enforcement does get a lot of attention on these problems, that's going to change. The U.S. Attorney, the FBI, everyone's now focused on the fact that in this state, which has about $30 billion worth of home and community-based services, most of it might be fraudulent. Those are big numbers, and we're taking it seriously. The president's not going to tolerate this anymore.
That's what Home and Community-Based Services, HCBS. And it appears there's a little bit of BS involved with those specifically. They need to do a better job. They need to audit the hell out of each state. Each state needs to audit the hell out of these programs to see what's actually being spent, see how it's being spent. And you know what? A lot of it ends up being because people are lazy and they want to do it the easy way and they don't want to actually look into things and actually ask some questions and do some groundwork. There's a reason for that. Things could contribute to that laziness, that sense of complacency, that sense of, you know what? We're just going to let it keep going. There's some reasons for that. But I'm not going to get into those specifics. In all honesty, it's part of the societal degradation that we've allowed. We've allowed it in this country to persist. Now, don't you think we should send a strongly worded letter? Yeah, Pam Bondi. Let's get Pam Bondi on it. She'll send a letter, guys. Oh, did you guys see? Oh, shoot, just a second here. Let me show you. Let me see. I have a copy. You know how Pam Bondi, Scam Blondie, you know how she said she sent a, she was very forceful and said she sent a strongly worded letter to Tim Walz and Jacob Frey, however you pronounce his name. I have a copy. Breaking exclusive. Okay. It's on my X, so I guess it's not exclusive anymore. 69 people have seen it. Giggity. What's up, Mr. Joe Man with the red pill and the repost? Think of your elders being cheated and left without care or worse, abused by assholes. Yep. So here is a Dozer Den exclusive, the letter that Pam Bondi sent to Tim Walz. Dear Tim Walz, I'm mad at you. From Pam Bondi. Look at that. There's a very, very serious sun. Look, there's a red circle around that. That means that she means business. Look at the storm clouds. They have blue and black, okay? That took extra effort. That must be Tim Walz's house, his governor's mansion. Look at the rain pouring down. Those are the raindrops of justice pouring down on Tim Walz's mansion. Look, he has a commie flag in front. That makes sense. And she has flowers. What's up, Chops ITMC over there on Pilled? She has flowers around her to highlight the femininity, along with a very grumpy face, very, very big frown and the eyes, the glare. That means she means business. She's probably stomping her foot while writing this letter and coloring this, guys. Okay, and look at that tree. That tree just tells you Pam Bondi means business. Look at that strongly worded letter from Pam Bondi, guys. Did you know that it could be that intense? I didn't. We might have to make that a short, guys. Rumble Shorts is coming. Ah. How many? Let me mark it down. 58 minutes. Short. They have to be 90 seconds. So I don't know if I got that done in 90 seconds or not. We'll see. Weird Synchro. I was just listening to Blue on Black. It's a good song. Blue on Black. Tears on a river, bush on a shove, it don't mean much. Sugar on Jack, match on a fire, cold on ice is a dead man's touch. Whisper on a stream, doesn't change a thing, doesn't bring you back. Blue on Black. Wasn't my best rendition, okay? What's up, Salty Zipper Tits? I chased you off the other day, didn't I? Thanks for coming back. We didn't play Baby Shark, damn it. We didn't play it. Scared you off with it, though. Oh, the 5 finger. Oh, that's a good one, too. Rumble's going for shorts. Going 2 shorts. There will be shorts, okay? Not 2 shorts. What'd you just come in? You came into a serenade. Salty Zipper Tits, a serenade. Hope you liked it. You got me singing. I'm a jukebox, okay? It happens. You missed the letter. You're very welcome. I do what I can. Do what I can. That 5 finger death punch version is pretty good, too, though. I like it. I like it a lot. So, let me see. I had one more thing here. And yes, just the threat of Baby Shark will have me running. You did. You took off. You left. You missed out on all the good stuff. We had a lot of good music played, and the audio sounded better from what I've been told. And I listened to a little bit of it, and it sounded decent to me. So, meh. Oh, Pill already has shorts? Well, damn. I need to start doing those on Pilled. I'm going to be active with that. Thanks for saying that, Chops. I didn't even know. But that's my own fault. You do have nieces? I have nieces too, but they're older now. Well, one of them's 13 or 14, and the other one's in college. Getting old. My one of my brothers is 12 years older than me, so yeah. What's up, Castro, by the way? What's up, Savage? Well, I mean, I think it's a good thing to have. I think it's a good thing to add in there for the just the little snippets. Just the little snippets. Yes, the audio was much better. Yes! I'm really glad about that. That's been my biggest gripe with Rumble Studio, which they are coming out with a Canvas too. You're going to be able to do new scenes and stuff in the background and like multiple scenes. And I think you're going to be able to change your video, your creator window a little bit. So I'm excited, guys. I'm a stubborn son of a gun, and I've been using Canvas. Used to be just Rumble Studio for 220 streams. One of those streams was Meld. So I'm excited about it. Looking forward to it. Let's see here. So we were looking at Dr. Oz and talking about the Russian Armenian fraud. And the administration's response after the Pretti shooting about pulling out or just this is why we lose. Conservatives bore me. That's how I feel. Breaking Nick Sordor on
one of the stories.
Talking reveals that the Trump administration has ordered ICE not to arrest non-criminal illegals. You're here illegally. That's a crime. But whatever. Don't be Bush 3. Don't be Bush 3.0. Don't be Bush 3.0, man. This is a bushy move. Very bushy move. One of them actually said this feels like we just reverted to the Biden days. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, Alex Pretti was pretty disappointing and pretty insane.
Stories that I've unfortunately been hearing this morning is that Border Patrol agents have now been given new orders not to, for example, if they were to run a license plate and it comes back as that person is an illegal that Border Patrol was forced to let into the country under Joe Biden, they are no longer allowed to arrest that person.
And is this
even
the first
though they know for a fact that's illegal?
Is this new information that you're just bringing to light right now? That these new orders? Okay. And I don't want you to reveal your sources, but you have someone who you trust on this. You believe this is a matter of official, actual approach and policy now.
This actually came from two separate Border Patrol agents on the
Wow.
ground in Minnesota. They're very, very frustrated. Obviously, they feel like one of them actually said that this feels like we just reverted to the Biden days. One of the stories that I've unfortunately been hearing this morning.
Yeah. How many illegals do I want deported? All of them. All of them. I don't care if it's a abuelo that's been here for 20 fucking years. Get the fuck out. You've been given a golden opportunity, illegal aliens. You've been told that if you leave willingly, we're going to give you like $3,000, get you a plane ticket, send you to where you want to go, and you'll be on the list you'll be able to apply to be one of the people that is able to come back fairly quickly. That's not that fucking hard. That's not that unreasonable. That's actually kind of just delayed amnesty, in my opinion. I'm a little bit more hardcore about it. I'm thinking maybe you deport. Don't delete. That's a little bit rough, a little bit much. Deport all of the illegals. Round all of them up. I don't care. And if it cripples the economy for a little bit, then we didn't deserve the economy to begin with. If it makes the hospitality and the agricultural sectors suffer, good. Why aren't we going after the freaking companies and the industries that are employing illegals, slave labor? Who's going to pick the cotton? It's the same racism, different time period. I cannot stand it. And when a liberal tells me in person, oh, well, Americans won't do those jobs, I get fucking heated because my first job was picking fucking corn and apples and peaches and pumpkins. I did that shit. I grew up on a farm, but I also decided that my first job making $5.15 an hour, that's what I decided to do. I worked fucking agricultural labor. So don't fucking tell me that there aren't Americans that'll do that fucking work. I was 15 years old when I started. I stopped when I was 18 because I got a better job, doing a lot different, hard in its own way, but not like that. Anytime someone tries to come at me, with, oh, Americans won't do that work, and then try to say, oh, it's a different time. Bitch, I'm 35. I was doing this 20 years ago, 2 decades ago. And here's the thing, if you ain't going to do that work, then you deserve to fail and suffer. Get your ass out and work, teenage guys and girls. I worked with women out there. They usually drove the tractors, but they worked. No, you're not going to sit there and tell me. You're not going to sit there and tell me that there ain't Americans that'll do that work. They're out there. They've just been freaking treated horribly. Prince of the Air Jr. with a slap of that peach. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Dude, that's one that I get. You want to call it triggered? Good, because I am. That's one that gets me heated. I've done that work. And you know what? I worked with migrants. Legit migrants. Some of them weren't legit. And they were lazy bastards. Not Gabriel, though. Gabriel, he was a good old feller. He had been out there for 20 years. He could have ran that orchard. Gabriel was a good man. He worked his ass off. That dude could run circles around me. I'll give him that. He could freaking run circles around me. Good dude. Funny dude. Fucking loved it. No más terrenos verdes. No más terrenos verdes. Like, what the fuck's that mean, Gabriel? No more green peaches. Come on, Bill. Hey, Bill, no more green peaches, man. What you do? I love that dude. He's great. A couple of those younger fellas, as soon as fucking boss left, on their fucking phone. I'm like, how am I outwork? My back is wet as hell. Where's your what? Piss me off. Mr. Scott Awesome. I don't think we're getting mass deportations from what I've seen. We had a raid at the local egg processing plant, and 2 weeks later, I saw cars of Somalians pulling up to replace the Hispanics. I'd rather have the Hispanics. I'd rather have the Hispanics than the Somalians. That's rough. It's fucking rough. You could drive a tractor on ice. Zamboni. Okay, I'm short, I'm brown. I worked in an orchard. I was called a lot. People thought I was a Mexican. Like, they thought I was Hispanic. And there is a rumor that my grandma may or may not have had a relationship with a Hispanic individual at some point, and my mom happens to be shorter and browner than her siblings. I haven't tested my DNA. I don't really care, okay? I don't really care. What's up, Sam Duty? We had women inmates on the farm I worked at and drove the tractor. Yep, and you drove the tractor. Nothing wrong with that. What's up, Red Snom? A guy didn't actually attack Omar. He was providing medical assistance for their vaginal dryness with a quick douche to help with the smell. Ew. Ew. No. Ew. We already talked about that. I did it in Trump voice. Apparently the Somalians don't have that great a hygiene. He was helping. That vinegar was actually helping clean things up, okay? That was the goal. That was the goal of that. What's up, Silva Sojourn? Is it Silva Sojourn or Silva Sojourn? Is it one word or is it Silva? Write it in the chat so I know. It's not letting you repost. Damn it all to hell. Okay. Have you tried it in browser? Browser usually lets you do it. Deport is the humane option. I would agree. Would you guys see there's apparently a new virus in India? Apparently it spread through feces. Silva Sojourn. Okay, that's what I thought it was. That's how I've been saying it. Silva Sojourn. Thank you. Apparently it's spreading in India. Spreading through the feces. Damn it, street shitters. Stop it. Find a toilet. Or dig a hole. Dig a hole. Poop in the hole. Bury it over. Okay? Somalians will pour their food on the tables and eat it with their hands. Latin, Spanish, Portuguese for jungle wanderer. Oh, okay. Latin, Spanish, Portuguese for jungle wanderer. Well, that's cool. Now I know things. Thank you, Silva Sojourn. Jungle wanderer. It's actually really cool. You're like Indiana Jones. Have you ever had to run from natives while they throw spears at you? They should have took the poo to the loo. There's a song about that. Next Dozer Den DJ hour. We should definitely we should play that. Oh, there's somebody in my chats. Oh, let me see. I got a post from Gina. Okay. So here's actually a post from Third Railify. Thanks, Gina. Just Gina for sharing this post. To all my friends on Rumble Video, you might have noticed reposts aren't working correctly. To make it work, delete the 11 invisible characters that are hiding there and then type as normal. It's odd, but it works and the reposting is important. Happy reposting. So, if you are going to repost, it's going to pop up apparently with 11 invisible characters that are hiding there. Delete that, so backspace, and then type your message in and then hit repost. That's what apparently you got to do. Thank you so freaking much. Live tweeting. Posting, excuse me. Okay, so there is a tactic, a way that you can get around it. You delete those 11 invisible characters, and then did your repost work? Cool. Control A, yeah, there's that too. Oh, there you go, Sanglant. Smart stuff. Control A. Oh, shoot. Did your repost work? Let me check. Let me do a check on the repost really quick, guys. Thank you to those who do repost and those who comment. We're going to shout you guys out really quick here. Really quick, though. Really quick. Oh, man, it went away. Let's see. King of Biltong did a repost. Sam Duty did a repost. Absolute sheds. Entropy Nomad reposted the stream. Tim Finman with a comment and a repost. You absolute beast, you. Appreciate the heck out of that. Thank you guys so much for the reposts. We're at 13 likes. Not too bad. I see we got 20 people watching. What are you doing if you haven't hit that like button yet? Thank you to all those that are liking and red pilling and reposting over there on pill.net as well. And thank you to those watching on the X Machine that are reposting and liking and commenting. If you are doing so, I appreciate you. Chops ITMC defund is the easy money and visas going to foreigners and they'll leave in massive numbers. That is the most humane option. You know, if you take the industries, because that's the thing, go after the industries that are being they're the reason, they're the demand. Okay, if we get rid of the demand, They're not going to be flooding it as much. They just won't be. You can't just go after the guys on the bottom, which is one of the reasons that I applaud the FBI under Von Bloccagino and Cash for going after pedophiles in general. That's great. Go after those guys, but you can't just go after the small ones because they're the base. They're like the grunts in this criminal organization. You have to go up the chain. Now, one could argue that maybe they're doing plea deals and they're hassling and they're haggling for information. Okay, great. You're the FBI. What are you doing? God, come on, man. What are we doing? We're not a shop under pressure. They need to actually go after the ones at the top. You met a rock hooker. What's a rock hooker? Never heard of that. Is that a slur? Is rock hooker a slur? Did I just learn a new slur? Met a spear chucker. Okay. So you've never, okay. You met her. Good Lord. Let's see. Yes, but bullets. Oh, those are the fancy spears. They upgraded. Damn, Selva. Jungle Wonder. But thanks to everybody who has reposted this stream here on Rumble. I appreciate you. Very, 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 very chandly of you. Let's see here. Oh, guys, if you're just popping in, we have if we hit $100 worth of donations on a stream, I'll put on the shades. So at $50, I put on a fancy hat. At $100, I'll put on the shades. We'll add some pizzazz to them. Okay, we might bedazzle them. Sangland. It's character in MASH, the movie, not the TV show. What's that? Oh, huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. I'm learning things. So much. Every day is a learning day, guys. Every day is a learning day. All right? Alrighty. Let's get back to... Oh, I got to check my notifications here. Heck yeah. Good stuff. Thank you guys for reposting on the X Machine, by the way. Let's see. If after 3K and much more to go, you do not, it's time to purge by any means. Well, it's an approach. It is an approach. Not saying it's the wrong one. Let's see. Before we officially get into the next topic, I did say I was going to leave it to about 2 hours tonight. So we're going to talk about SignalGate here in a minute. Just a second here. Which SignalGate might not have been the best name for it from Cam Higbee, because they used SignalGate for Pete Hegseth. Just a second here. Before we get into the next one, though. I don't know why I saved that thing with Ray J. I don't care about Ray J. Apparently he's in trouble health-wise. That sucks. Just wish the best for him, but yeah, don't really care that much. Apparently he did drank a bunch of booze and did a bunch of Adderall and his heart's screwed. Man, that really sucks. You make millions of dollars. What do you... Sucks to just throw it away like that. But it also is part of their... part of that culture, I guess. It's no bueno. Guys, do you remember the Banana and Rice Girl? The Bananas and Rice Girl. Who had the... Well, let's just let her say it. It's cringe. Until the Asian fellow's brow is increasingly furrowed the more she speaks. Nazra Ahmed got arrested, it looks like, for assaulting federal officers. That looks like the same person. Not just, they look the same. Y'all tell me what you think.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what
That's a large Asian in the background.
it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't.
He knows. He looked down like, what? You just said it's not about bananas and rice. Says it's not about bananas and rice, but then goes on to say it's like bananas and rice. What?
Don't really see, like, you know, it's a.
She got the vocal fry going on. Sounds like Kamala and Omar reproduced somehow. They scissored viciously, and then this came out. That's a crazy thing, Lance. Result of Kamala and Ilhan Omar scissoring. Yes.
It's, you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
No, no, we're not. We're not gonna get what you mean, hun. You sit down before you hurt yourself. And she got arrested. Goodness gracious. That's rough, guys. That's rough. I'm so fatigued. Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know if this is AI or not, but I thought it was pretty cool. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And then we're going to get into the SignalGate stuff.
Holy smoke. Guys, I think holy smokes. What was that? Guys, I think a tree just exploded in our woods.
Damn.
It's negative 25 degrees out here. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. Just blew apart. You guys are all doubting, like, oh, this trees don't explode in the cold. Well, welcome to Wisconsin. Look at this thing. It just splintered out. Blew right apart. Holy cow, I can't believe I just got that on.
Watch that again. Damn. Damn, yeah, that looks legit. I don't see AI in that. I've got a pretty discerning eye. I'm not going to say I haven't been fooled before, but it looked pretty legit. Oh, one more thing. So this is a really great breakdown of what's wrong with society right now. We're dealing with the woke stuff, right? And inherently, if you look at all the woke stuff, it's kind of just femininity and attributing feminine tendencies and perspectives to everybody, which isn't going to work with men. It's just not. That's right, Mr. Joe. Chops never accept Sharia or no hide laws. Let's see. Let's listen to this really quick. Helen Andrews dropped some just good points about the woke stuff, about feminism. No offense to the ladies, but men do policy better.
Want to put it in a single sentence, you could say that feminization equals wokeness. Everything you think of as wokeness is simply an epiphenomenon of demographic feminization.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the things that wokeness means. Valuing empathy over rationality, safety over risk, conformity and cohesion over competition and hierarchy. All of these things are privileging the feminine over the masculine. So if you have ever wondered why wokeness appeared out of nowhere when it did, that is my hypothesis, that all of the institutions that began admitting women in the 1970s eventually got enough women that they were able to reorient them. For example, women are consistently less supportive of free speech than men.
Yep.
In surveys asking which is more important, protecting free speech or preserving.
You can't be mean. Well, and Jordan Peterson, the fall that he may have had, and health, and I think has a lot to do with that, by the way. The level of agreeableness. Females in general are less agreeable than men. Can I post a link to this on here or yeah, just a second here. Give me a sec. Let me shrink it down. I reposted on my page, but I can copy and put this in the link really quick. I got you, Mr. Scott. There you go. There it is. All right, back to it. Where'd it go? This is on point. Okay, this is on point. I got you, bud.
An inclusive society. Approximately 2/3 of men say free speech, and approximately 2/3 of women say inclusive society. In moral reasoning, the traditional way of phrasing the difference between men and women is to say that women have an ethics of caring and men have an ethics of justice.
Yep.
In making a moral judgment, men will ask, what are the rules and what are the facts?
Yep.
Women tend to be more interested in context and relationships. So let's apply that to wokeness. When James Damore wrote his famous, or I should say notorious memo for Google, arguing that female underrepresentation in the hard sciences might not be the result of bias and prejudice, no one even attempted to argue that he was wrong on the facts. The reason that he was fired was because the things he had written might make his female coworkers feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or consider the Kavanaugh hearings. The masculine position was to say that maybe something bad happened to you, but if you do not have evidence, then we can't allow you to ruin a man's life and career over it. The feminine position was to say, how can you talk about rules of evidence? Can't you see she's crying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be clear, many women were revolted by the way the Kavanaugh hearings played out. In fact, the very best book on the Kavanaugh hearings was written by two women, Molly Hemingway and Carrie Severino. But a political system in which men predominate will tend to operate according to rules of facts and objectivity, and one in which women predominate will tend to operate by the rules of emotions and subjective facts, even if there are individual men and women who fall on the opposite side of those camps.
Yeah, those are called the man-who phenomenons. Those are exceptions to the norm. We can't just, so like when you say something in general about a population and then somebody responds with, but I know this person that, but I know that person that right there, that was an IQ test for that individual and they failed. They failed. Because yes, of course there are exceptions to the norm and of course there are, deviations from what is typical. Yes. But generalities matter. And they're just factual. It's okay to be different. I was having this discussion earlier. It is okay to have masculine men and feminine women. You stay in your roles. You stay in your lane. There are things that men are better at. There are things that women are better at. There are gender roles for a reason. It's not bigoted to say that. It's not misogynist to say that. I go out and I clean the ice off the driveway and off of the Lady Dozer's vehicle before I do mine. Because that's what you do. You make sure she's going to be able to get out first. You make sure her stuff is good first. Okay? It's not just chivalry, it's just what you're supposed to do. A lot of younger men have forgotten that or just never were taught. That's a bit of a problem. Bit of a problem. All right, guys. SignalGate. So Cam Higbee and others have infiltrated chats within Signal, where the insurgency in Minnesota is literally working in a highly organized fashion to combat federal operations. This is an intense problem. This is an insurgent problem that needs to be met with crushing force. I'm pretty libertarian in a lot of ways, but this cannot stand. And it has to be shut down. They're operating in a military fashion. I don't know if they've just picked up on some of the tactics from guerrilla, warfare tactics like ISIS or Al Qaeda. I'm not sure who has given them this playbook. Sounds like some Democratic representatives or senators in those states have done so. if we don't see some heads roll metaphorically for this, then it doesn't. Never were taught is definitely the root cause. A lot of boys that never became men because men weren't around. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Even if you didn't have a strong male figure in your life, my dad died when I was 8. Okay, I looked to strong male figures that were present to model off of. My stepdad, he has flaws, but man works his ass off. He's in his 80s and he's still farming. Okay, so I got my work ethic from my stepdad, and I'm just a stubborn son of a gun, so I'm gonna work at things. I also looked to coaches. I looked to teachers. I looked to employers. If I saw somebody who I thought was doing a good job or at being a man or doing good things, I tried to learn from them. I sought wisdom from them. So just because you don't have a strong male figure in your life doesn't mean that you have to be a piece of garbage. And also, I think my mom did an okay job teaching us some of the values and teaching us, she was pretty damn traditional about her stance on how men should be treating women. So, wasn't perfect, but she did a decent job. And, she picked a decent stepdad, I would say. So I learned a lot. Like I said, he's got his flaws. Me and him went round and round a few times about things. Never physically. Got close a couple times, but it didn't. I held it in because I didn't want to get in trouble. But yeah. Young men are in a bad spot right now. We're in the weak men make hard times. And I was thinking about it on the way to work. Myself. I mean, hell, I'm nothing, compared to men in their 60s as far as like the masculine energy, and in a lot of ways, like I know men in their 60s that are just able to just do things, and I have to look it up because there are some things that my stepdad couldn't communicate very well. He had 8th, 7th grade-ish education and just wasn't a good talker, wasn't a good communicator. He expected you should know how to do it. Go do it. Well, I can't. Don't know how. Can you show me? Sometimes he would. And I watched intently to try best and learn. And then I'd try it, might fuck it up, try again, and then work through it. But so I thought myself, I probably fall in the category of kind of weak man, I guess, in some aspects. So I can't blame it all on everybody. Like it's like I was trying to be like, there's certain things like I can do a lot, but if you don't know, you don't know. But I know how you're supposed to generally act as a man. So I would say in general, I don't fall into the weak man category in that aspect. Reflection is important though. What's up, Purple, by the way? Okay, Purple, by the way, fuck off out of my chat. Sincerely, I don't care who the fuck you Alabama John is. That's all you post when you come into my chat. Fuck off, dude. If you're real, like you're fuck you. If you're real, say something other than just a post that's just a canned response. No, I'm not going to this Alabama John person. Like that's all you post when you come in here. You're a meat mountain, Bill. Even Sean says so. Well, I try my best. I need to get stronger though. I've been slacking. I got a good workout, shovel and snow and stuff, but it's not enough. Not enough. Okay, let's get into the Signal stuff. SignalGate. An actual controversy. Mug Club. Crowder has infiltrated.
That's correct.
Hey, firm. And then different make and models for the cars, or Olay on those, were those all one type of car, all different vehicles?
One of them is a Ford Expedition. One of them is a Chevy SUV. Another's another Ford SUV. I'm not great with models.
Okay, 10-4.
Break-in, dispatch break-in concerned Abe. First vehicle is leaving. There are 3 tailing. They're going east on 8th Street Avenue.
Thank you. Can you say there's cars tailing them?
Afer.
Afer.
Dispatch, I have the plate for the leaving expedition. This is Toucan.
Go ahead.
So many people we got. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think all the ones that are lit up, does that mean they're active? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 13 or 14 to 15 people active on this chat right now. And all the other ones that are involved there. How many hundreds of people are involved in these Signal chats?
Maryland, 2, Foxtrot, Juliet, 0.
They're tracking down federal officials and their license plates, and they're looking them up in databases. This is a highly organized operation. And if you're going to tell me that the feds can go after grannies after certification day 2021, aka J6, but you can't get this locked down and there's not Fed boys in these chats, fuck off.
0549.
Hey, firm, we have that.
Melly to dispatch.
Go ahead.
Can I get a plate for a plate check? Minnesota, Larry.
To under 1,000.
Larry
Thanks, Chops.
7730 Minnesota license plates.
That's why I caught myself and I said hundreds.
Can you say that again?
Thousands,
it's LM7730.
Does not come up.
And they're looking in the rental database like that.
Brand new Minnesota GMC Yukon.
Nice
two
SUV.
2 males in the front. They've been trying to weave around.
How is this not criminal stalking? How is this not criminal stalking
They're in
and harassment?
29th and where am I? They're headed toward Como. Yeah.
Hey, firm. You said brand new GMC Yukon. What color?
Black.
Hey, firm.
They're flying around and they're swinging around. Trying to lose me, I think. Yeah, definitely. They're wearing masks.
10-4.
It's also cold. It's also cold there. Maybe they're wearing masks because it's cold.
Who's that following them? Can you? I just want to make sure we're keeping track of names here.
ICE is starting to head out of Boom Island.
Are there folks able to follow?
Go ahead.
This is R. Is there a status update on Cosmic Coffee?
This is Onwise Tortoise. Yes, that is confirmed ICE in the parking lot. There are 4 officers in there. Plate is MXT2477 Pennsylvania White Ford Expedition.
Dumb gay LARPers.
Where is that coming from?
Wolfbird, you need to mute. Wolfbird, mute.
I need y'all to say your names before you start speaking so I can track who's
Point of privilege. Point of privilege. What's up, S. Henson, if I didn't say hello to you earlier?
talking. And I also need you to say your location. That just report about the 4 agents. Where was that?
They're disorganized, but organized.
Apologies. I was responding to the car at Columbia Golf Course across from Cosmic.
Thank you. 4 agents.
So yeah, they're disorganized in their chat, but they're organized in a way that this has to be shut down. We can't allow this at all. Let me go to Crowder's page. That might be a little bit easier. So I've got them in my bookmarks, but oh yeah, here's one. By the way, follow Crowder at S Crowder on X. He's got all these posted to his page. Quite a few here. Let's check this one out. This
He's trying to call me. Can you give me 5 seconds to step away?
Hey, honey, I'll take over.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
Don't.
All good, S. Henson.
Ira, this is Monkey Beaver.
Did he just say Monkey Beaver? Some of the names are funny though. Very, very hippy dippy.
eyes on the SKM Texas plate going back into north. I got them on the way to Boom
Ew. Why is he talking about Monkey Beaver? Ew.
Island.
Lunatics and government employees are the ones with free time, unless you're employed by Rent-A-Crowd. Ha! Good point, Chops. Good point.
Still close to them.
You know, I like Crowder. I mean, he's sometimes I just like does have a bit of a basic bitch conservative approach, which he admits. He's like, hey, I'm a basic bitch conservative. Although I have noticed he's gotten a little bit more intense recently. So yeah, I like Crowder. I'm a Mug Club member. At least I was in the locals, but I thought I had to cancel it and stuff, so I did. But I'm a fan. So not a fan of everything, just like I'm not a fan of everybody. There's a lot of good stuff. It's like with Barnes, even though he blocked me because he was being gay on X, I was very respectful. I had a very respectful disagreement. He blocked me for it. Sad. Very sad. I'm gonna give him hell for it in a nice, playful way on the Sunday stream. Rent a Crowd has jobs starting at $65K a month, according to their ZipRecruiter postings. What? Real quick though, how Chops? Do we think that some of those might be Fed bait? Maybe, I don't know. Barnes has been acting weird recently, especially on this one. There's been other ones that I'm like, yeah, man, I get it, go hard, but also logic. Be logical. You're emotional, but be logical. And I say that as somebody who has a rant meter and gets fired up.
All right, this is Ole. I just pulled into Boom Island. I'm right across from all the ICE SUVs. Keeping an eye on them.
So we got Ole and Monkey Beaver.
Hey, firm.
This is stalking.
Fireball to dispatch.
Go for Fireball.
Fireball.
Just commuting north on Central and saw a big white Suburban, one guy sitting in the Columbia Golf Course parking lot.
Are you sure it wasn't a white Ford Expedition?
It could have been, yeah.
That might have been.
I can go over and check it out.
Please do not interrupt. I'm pretty sure that was confirmed, ICE. I'm trying to get information now. Could you get me plates?
I can head over. I did not get close enough to get plates.
Hey, firm.
He was sus.
Yeah, if you can get plates, that'd be cool.
Sure.
Dispatch, this is Liz Lemon. I am up in North at the moment, but they actually seem to have quite a few people on the vehicles that are confirmed up here. I just saw they're at Boom Island. Do you need anybody to go over there?
I think we've got enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the logic behind his approach on this one, and I'm like, he's a lawyer. He's a civil rights lawyer, constitutional lawyer. I said it to Lady Dozer, and I said it last stream. I'm like, it sounds like he might be sniffing around for a case to hop onto. I don't know, but and I don't want to think that, but he is a lawyer. Lawyers have a business that they have to go do. Like, I don't know that. That is purely speculation, and that was before I got blocked. I thought that before I got blocked, y'all. I'm not just being salty. I'm still a fan on a lot of things. A lot of other. This one, I just disagree vehemently.
People going to Boom Island to watch right now.
Okay.
The good news
you want
is.
Me to start?
Okay, hang on. We have 40 people in this call. Radio discipline needs to be a thing we're enforcing. Please and thank you. So if you start speaking, please say your name so I don't have to open and figure out who you are while I'm taking notes and coordinating everything.
I didn't get to watch that, Mr.
Please
Scott.
go ahead, whoever was just speaking.
My apologies. This is Ole. I was asking if you wanted me to start reading out the license plates for the ICE vehicles at Boom Island so we can add them to the database if they're not there.
They have a database, guys. This is like saying Antifa is just an organization. Antifa has very similar. This probably is what Antifa's morphed into.
Oh, give me.
Iro, I'm back
Actually,
to support, and I can take those. I can take those numbers now.
Okay, 10-4.
Hey guys, that guy sounds like a Peter Puffer. A little bit like a Peter Puffer, maybe. You can see part of it after watching Bronca versus Nate. I'm not saying that this one's a completely black and white incident. There are questions for sure. I said last stream, it's like a final destination of shit that happened, and I hate that the guy's dead. We'll get into it in a second. We'll get in because that's the next topic. We got another clip of these LARPers on recording. Oh wait, we already watched that one. We got another one though. Another 3-minute clip here. God bless Mud Club Undercover. Nate bitched out and quit, but came back. I'll give him a little grace. He had a brain surgery, and he might be able to control. Might not be. That brain stuff will, yeah, it can screw with your emotions. It can screw with your reasoning. But pretty good there with it. Nah. See, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not. After seeing, like, if they would have just arrested him after the first incident 11 days before he got shot, you know, I might not be able to control his emotions. Yeah, I got you, Mr. Scott. Yeah, I'm not mad at Nate. This one's a lot murkier legally than the Renee Good one. The Renee Good one, no question in my mind. After everything I saw, after everything, there's no one that should be saying that officer should be prosecuted for defending himself. No one. But we have a bunch of ignorant individuals, or just willfully ignorant individuals. And if you're willfully ignorant, I'm going to say you're stupid. Very mature. Because I don't have any time for people who are willfully ignorant.
Enforcement, then I know you have.
All right, here we go.
Okay. That might actually have been legitimate law enforcement then. I know you have marshals have worked with HSI sometimes, but like that's going back as far as the Bush era.
Yeah, and this is SPM. I was also there. One of the
this is a force in our country that needs to be stomped out viciously.
Individuals said that the person that they took had warrants. So again, confirmed ice plates, but it is possible that it was a warrant execution.
Okay. All right.
And I'm sorry, who is it on? Who's
This
doing
is Sunflower to
dispatch?
Sunflower, guys.
Go ahead, Sunflower.
Dispatch, this is Liz Lemon. We've have agents getting out of their vehicle at St. Anthony Parkway. There are two of us behind them. We've been going in circles. I'm going to drop the call and start filming.
Okay, thank you.
Hang on, St. Anthony Parkway and what?
Last I saw was 30. Let's see.
Sorry, I heard you say to stay on.
Yeah, St. Anthony Parkway and what's the cross street?
Oh, wait, hold on. They opened their doors and then they shut them and now they're driving again. We are at St. Anthony Parkway and Lincoln Street Northeast. We've been going in a fucking
clear comms. Lincoln Street and
getting a little bit chaotic there, Captain. Fix some dispatch.
And Columbia Parkway.
St. Anthony Park.
Are you guys hearing the bit of a lisp? The lisp in some of these guys' voices? They sound a little bit gay.
Wait.
Like actually homosexual.
Anthony Parkway, thank you.
We are doing a loop to Johnson, and then we're basically just doing a loop, like the same loop over and over again.
How are these people living? Okay. Like, what jobs do these? They're getting paid.
Yeah, this is Sunflower. I'm at the gas station on 19th and Johnson.
They took a
is there
left.
Still someone here who needs a ride or something?
They took a left on the north.
Guys, you got clear comms. I got to make this absolutely clear to you guys. We have 40 people in this call. You cannot be talking without saying your name first and asking for dispatch. We have a clear order of triage for when you need to jump.
Order of triage?
Jump in. Like, if you're asking for a plate check or asking a general question, ICE activity takes precedence, always. So please, do not talk over each other. We absolutely need to maintain the call clear. If you are not currently speaking, you need to be muted, especially if you're driving. It is loud as shit.
Dispatch, this is Liz Lemon. I was following that car that was going in a loop, and now they moved. I need to know where they
triage
went.
is not the right word.
Where are you?
I've done disaster preparedness training. Triage is not the right word. That's for like you're looking at who's like your levels of injury. You've got your dead, you've got your kind of injured, you're dead, you're really, really injured, close to death. You got your kind of injured, you got your decent, like minor injuries, and then these guys are okay. They can maybe help. What is up, Laura Blades? Good to see you. Just dropping in for a quick hello. We'll have these grandsons tonight ready to lie down and listen. Well, thank you very much. We're actually going to be a little bit shorter stream tonight. I usually don't stream on Wednesdays, but I wasn't able to stream yesterday, so I felt bad about that. So we're doing it tonight. And you're missing that they want blood. Oh, good point, Singlant. So maybe triage is appropriate. He was talking about the order of the calls, though. So, but I can see that. I can see that. Well, thank you for popping in, Laura Blades. Thanks for saying hello and for watching this episode of the Dozer Den.
Are crossing at Hayes and what's this? Hayes and 29th. Hayes and 29th.
Okay,
going,
I'll be right there.
Eastbound. I'm in a blue CRV.
Of course he is. Laura Blades with a...
To the person at the gas station, please put your question in the chat. As far as I know, there are multiple people there willing and able to help.
That's a great point, Essence. And if these fags would put this much work, time, and devotion into something productive, this world would be a much better place. That's the thing, though. These are communist revolutionaries, and they believe this is part of the revolution. They think they're making the world a better place. These people are dyed in the wool. They believe this. This is a problem. Salty Grower sent me up a Discord room on his channel. I'll be covering EUDs and how to use flipper zeros and another device to jam these people's comms. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. I have no idea the legality of such things, so I will not advocate or denounce. You do you. Just check your laws. Check your local state laws on things like that. I don't know. I'm ignorant on that, so definitely be careful. I appreciate the effort and the gumption and the intent. All perfectly legal. Okay. All right. Well, you do you.
Was there another question?
Update on the White Tahoe. It's on St. Anthony.
It's hilarious.
Parkway.
Makes me chuckle.
West.
Selva.
Okay, we don't need turn-by-turn directions. If they stop and get out of the vehicle again, please jump in if they get out of the vehicle. Thank you.
There you go. This is what's been going on. This is how organized these groups are. They're operating in this fashion. Yeah. You're 100% sure these idiots are making their granddads proud. I mean, this is kind of like Vietnam. That's what they think. No matter how hard you believe something is good and true, does not make it true or good. 110% correct, Chops. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So the FBI has launched an investigation. This is from Zero Hedge, and the link to this is in the description, guys. We might not have much time to talk about Pretti, but we're going to read through this. FBI launches quote-unquote SignalGate investigation, according to Patel, by Tyler Durden from Zero Hedge. This was as of 3:20 Eastern Time, so quite a few hours ago. SignalGate continues to erupt out of Minneapolis as the organizational structure or command and control, C2, nodes of left-wing activists operating with encrypted messaging apps were infiltrated and exposed on Sunday, revealing that on-the-ground pressure campaigns against federal agents were highly coordinated and, according to some experts, exhibit characteristics of low-level insurgency. Yeah. We're investigating. As soon as Higbee put that post out, I opened an investigation on it. If that leads to a break in the federal statute or a violation of some law, we're going to arrest people. Yeah, but if the judges don't want to do anything about it, what are you going to do about it, huh? You going to bark? You going to write that letter like Pam Bondi did, huh, Cash? There going to be a smear on it? You going to have your girlfriend tell you if it's good or not? She sang the anthem once, guys. She's a highly decorated country artist. Cash Patel told Benny Johnson this afternoon. Patel is referring to citizen journalist Cam Higbee's bombshell report on infiltrated... That's right, Cam Higbee's the guy who originated this. Signal chats that linked to left-wing groups in Minneapolis that are acting as a shadow revolutionary force against the federal government's deportation operations targeting criminally illegal aliens. I don't want to listen to his face. What is especially concerning is that the federal government was unable to identify the command and control communication structures behind these pressure campaigns in the sanctuary city, while citizen journalists were the ones ultimately uncovering the bombshell. Who uncovered the bombshell? What appears to be unfolding in Minneapolis, particularly following the emergence of SignalGate on Sunday via citizen journalists on X, extends well beyond any conventional protest activity. The evidence so far suggests coordinated pressure campaigns against federal agents exhibiting characteristics of low-level insurgency with direction, tasking, and information flow routed through encrypted messaging apps, implying an organized command and control structure functioning as a shadow revolutionary force. Yeah. And they're going to get us eventually, but I'm willing to die for these bubbleheads. What the fuck are... Oh, what? He's calling them bubbleheads? Is he calling Somalians bubbleheads? That's racist as fuck. I mean, I've said light bulb head before, but is that what... Is he calling... I'm willing... That's got to be fake. That can't be real. So they're just dropping everything with Don Lemon. Pretty much, yeah. White privilege ain't shit. You have gay black privilege without being either. There you go, Essenson. I can give you a pretty good synopsis of Barnes and his motives. The longer you watch him, the easier he is to read. I can map him pretty good if you ever want to chat about it. Yeah, I mean, my read on it is maybe he's just grumpy. Maybe he's just mad. He's just really mad at what's going on. And I don't know. What's more, former Tim Walz campaign advisor Amanda Kohler, as well as Minneapolis City Council member Aaron Chowdhury, so many H's, have allegedly been identified as key figures in the now leaked Signal group. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, she's in there. Okay, that was just a typo with that extra H. Holy, yeah. Oh yeah. And Liz Lemon, I've heard Liz Lemon before. I don't know where. I don't know. Apparently, that city council member has been linked to the top of an anti-ICE Signal group chat. This revelation is fueling calls of a major investigation into her and other city officials allegedly involved. This is at the highest levels, guys. New video shows everyone in a secret Signal group vetting people to target ICE. Names, accounts, affiliations now exposed straight from their vetting groups. Oh, it's going to take us to X. Damn, my bad. Let me see. It's just scrolling through. It's just scrolling through all the names. Which the link to this article is in the description from Zero Hedge, so you can check that out if you want. She wants to be a star. Let's make her famous. Amanda Noel Kohler, a far-left Democrat protest organizer and campaign strategist for Tampon Tim Walz, has been identified as the anti-ICE Signal group leader coordinating the targeted attacks and doxing of federal ICE agents. Wow. Apparently, the Instagram's no longer active. Wow, they have a whole thing. They have a Signal chat guide advising anti-ICE protesters. Rioters. They're not protesters. Stop calling them protesters. These are insurgents. They're not protesters. This is not protest. This is insurgency. Don't call them protesters. Chat, plan events, spread non-emergent news, get to know your neighbors, commute and patrol chat. Use this chat to ask for a license to plate check, report location direction of suspicious vehicles, check in with your location and direction, ask for a commute or patrol partner, join the active call when you're out, even if you don't have anything to say immediately. This is the call we use to organize responders to RR. Almost everything ICE related goes in the commute and patrol chat. This is illegal. This is so illegal. Salute, size, activity, location, uniform, time, and equipment. Are you on scene? Record, whistle, honk, make noise. ICE is here. La migra está aquí. And here's the thing. With the noise that they're making, with the whistling, with the yelling, with the honking, that literally puts people in a heightened state of agitation. That makes them easier to set off. They're trying to get martyred. They want to be martyred. They are willing to die to be the victim, to push the narrative that the feds, and most of the time, feds are gay. Feds are gay. This is not good. Don't make me defend the feds. Stop it. Stop making me defend the federal government. It feels dirty. But I got to call balls and strikes here. Only use RR chat when you see or have trusted secondhand report of 2 or more ICE vehicles parked and running. Use salute, size, activity, location, uniform, time, equipment for staging. ICE vehicles and pigs out of their cars. Use salute for abduction in progress. On your way to an active RR, react to the original salute, then join the call and patrol chat. Wow. The Signal chat was exposed by journalist Cam Higby, who published a bombshell report on Sunday after infiltrating multiple groups across Minneapolis with the stated aim of tracking federal agents and impeding, assaulting, or obstructing their operations. The report sparked a wildfire across X overnight. And he did. He infiltrated it. Higby's reporting unleashed a rapid mobilization of citizen journalists, including accounts such as 0 Hour 1, who began mapping what appears to be an organized command and control network of left-wing activists behind the groups. So 0 Hour says, what do we have on these signal chats? Government officials, anarchists, Antifa, gang members, journalists, coordinating and attacking ICE agents across the country. This, my friends, is organized crime, not protesting. RICO legitimately could be used. RICO might actually work on this front. Defund the government and starve the beast. Both sides of the street level violence. Yeah, that would help. Higby suggested that left-wing activist networks are leveraging local residents as force multipliers in coordinated pressure campaigns against federal agents, forming pressure campaigns that one military analyst characterized as what's unfolding in Minneapolis right now isn't a protest, it's low-level insurgency infrastructure built by people who've clearly studied the playbook. And I forgot who that was from, but we read it on the last stream. So, NGO expert Azra Q. Nomani at Fox News reported late Sunday the encrypted signal messages obtained by Fox News Digital in real time show that anti-ICE rapid responders, rapid responder, were actively tracking, broadcasting, and summoning backup around federal agents outside Glam Doll Donuts on Nicollet Avenue, where the shooting happened. Local rapid responders made at least 26 entries into a database called Minnesota Ice Plates in their critical hours before and after the killing, documenting the license plate numbers and details of alleged ICE vehicles they claimed to see around Nicollet Avenue. This highly organized signal group even managed to track journalist James O'Keefe, as well as quickly obtain his cell phone number and threaten the journalist with violence. Please, if you are one of these citizen journalists, stay... have protection. They tracked James O'Keefe license plate in Minnesota, texted him about it, and threatened his life. The leftists have access to state license plate databases and are weapon, and they're not going to be held accountable. They're not going to be held accountable, and that's why you have to be able to protect yourself and defend yourself. Good Lord, this is out of hand. It's fucked up, guys. Besides tracking and deploying anti-ICE pressure campaigns against the federal agents like guerrilla-style warfare tactics through the messaging app, the group was also building a list of federal vehicle license plates stored in a database, 0 Hour revealed on Sunday. Oh my God. They have 5,000 plates in the signal group. Some admins connected directly to Tim Walls. Maybe that's why the state police are starting to actually do something. Huh. What was a Reuters reporter doing in the group? Interesting, right? Interesting. But late Sunday afternoon, after Higby published the signal chats on X, citizen journalists flooded the groups, exposing highly organized internal targeting campaigns that the revolutionaries appeared to panic. Oh no! We're all fucked. Rioter signal chat was exposed for all their internal plans targeting ICE agents' names, threats, illegal acts. Now they panic, talk about fleeing the state or the country. Ha. We're gonna watch that. Give me a second. Oh wait, dang it. Just a second here. So yeah, here we go. There we go. They're scattering like roaches. Sky, what do we do now? Run where? I don't know. Out of state. I'm leaving tonight. I don't know what's happening. We're in so much trouble. Why would we be in trouble? Relax. Signal is not secure. I worked in communications. Once they figured out where we were, it's only a matter of time. And Flan has been exposed. What's Flan? Plan? We're all fucked. I need to leave this state. Should I leave too? Maybe best to get out of country. I have contacts in Cuba. Oh, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Come on. No. It's stuck. Stuck, guys. Come on, X. Why you gotta be like that? All right, here we go. We'll just do this. So I have contacts in Cuba. It was a thought. Have you been in contact with the others? Hopefully everyone knows to get out. No, just logged in. Okay, anxious to get with the new Isles group up and running. We have to lock this down now. I can find the new links. I can't find the new links. Same. Pretty sure the FBI just pulled up to my neighbor's house. Stay safe. Ah! You too. What are your plans of maybe doing the same? We have less than 24 hours for what? To get out? Yes, good luck. If that's real, is that real? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But that's interesting. It's funny. Scatter like rats fleeing a ship. This was the Eric Schwalm thing. That's the one that we read through earlier. We read through that whole thing the other day. Very accurate. They're back at it, apparently. Wow. This was January 26th. So, Data Republican, they use Sign Up Genius. Their terms of service prohibit usage of illegal activities. Yeah, they should probably shut this down. Let's see. So it's well-disciplined, scalable, purpose-built to disrupt federal deportation practices. This is just, I'm about done with the article. You guys can read through the rest of it if you want. We're going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and play some of the new videos that we got. First of all, if the federal government doesn't shut this down, they're useless. They're fucking useless. You can go after the grannies on January 6th all day long. You can do all that all day long for people who went through the velvet ropes on January 6th. But you can't handle these commies. You can't shut these people down. Are you serious? No, I don't believe you. You're choosing to allow this if it persists. You're choosing this, which again, like I said, falls back into the Hegelian dialectic. It's like a firefighter going out and dousing the fire after he said it. Look at how good I am. You let it happen, or you said it yourself. And you had government agents that were involved. People of the government in Minnesota that were involved. Yeah. This is bad. This is very bad. Let's take a couple looks at this Alex Pretti, not so pretty picture that is painted from this gentle warrior, a white knight nurse, very peaceful man.
Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Yelling really loud, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Flipping them off. Which you can do. You can do that.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Every decision you made in your life is fucking wrong! Look at you!
He said every single thing in life is fucking wrong. Didn't he lose his dog died recently? I guess he decided he was John Wick.
That's a straight bitch! Fucking insult me, motherfucker!
Oh, what a tough guy. You tough man. Yeah, he spit. He spit on the officer. Quick. Knocks that tail light off. And that's the point where you get arrested. Fuck you. He's armed during this first interaction 11 days before he got shot, by the way. You can't do that. You can be armed, but you can't do that. Did they see the gun and decide to just let him up when they saw he had a gun? Maybe they didn't see the gun. I think it's the jacket. Clearly see his gun. Apparently, they said, I guess that's what got him the broken rib. I don't know. Here's the other angle. This is a piece of shit. Alex Pretti was a piece of fucking shit. Does that mean that I'm glad he's dead? No. I'm not glad that Alex Pretti is dead. I think that whole situation sucked. He put himself in that situation, though. I think Sig's probably going to get sued for that negligent discharge. That cop that took the gun did not try to shoot that weapon. That weapon went off after there was the shout of gun, gun, gun. Bullet goes off, or the gun goes off. None of the agents are the ones that fired it and then responded to what they deemed an individual shooting at them after he's reaching. It's just it all sucks. This guy has got a history of fighting with the officers. Doesn't mean he should have been shot. Salty's, I feel you. I feel you. Commies aren't people. I agree. But this ain't the way to do it.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking the street at the corner of East 36th and Park Avenue.
That was quick. That's a good sticker. Is that Jeffrey Mead? Yeah. Jeffrey Mead's got some good commentary on this. This guy is a piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit. If they would have arrested him after this, he wouldn't have ended up dead, less than 2 weeks later.
Minneapolis.
Why didn't they arrest him?
We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw
We're actually about to wrap up, Tant. It's a short show tonight because I don't usually stream on Wednesdays, and I got things to do.
observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicle.
Don't forget to share this stream, repost, like, comment, all those good things. It's appreciated.
When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle.
Like, at that point, you've damaged federal property. Like, if that's bought by the federal government, that's a problem.
Grabbed him and pushed him to the ground.
Where does gun go?
During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat, and he walks away.
All good, Tant. Glad you're here, man.
The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the...
Scream harder, bitch. Scream harder. What? You can't do what he just did. You're going to find out when you do dumb shit like that. They should have... Honestly, at that point, yes, he should have been roughed up pretty fucking good and detained, arrested, put in jail. But they let him go for some reason.
Day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Yeah, it's in there. He's armed and he's attacking federal officers. He could have got shot then. Honestly, they could have technically. I don't like it. Like, you got somebody that aggressive coming at you and they have a weapon? Fuck. You can't do that. You can carry. You can protest peacefully and carry. This administration's messaging on this has been garbage. Let me go ahead and get this really fucking clear. Trump and Cash and Kristi Noem and any other dumb motherfucker that wants to try to shit on the Second Amendment. You could absolutely carry to a protest. Now, I know that apparently he didn't have his license on him and he didn't have his carry. I honestly don't give a shit. I know in Minnesota, that's the thing. In Missouri, it's open carry. You constitutional carry. Private businesses can tell you that they don't want you to carry. If you're concealing, whatever. But you're not supposed to. Public, all public, you can carry. You can't get violent with agents while armed. You can't do it in general, but if you're armed, you sure as shit shouldn't do it. That is a stupid, stupid move. Very stupid. And they just let him up. Let him up. Why'd they let him up? Like, what are you, pussies? Like, fucking detain this ass. NC, you can't carry to riots if you're getting involved. Yeah, you can't do that, but you can carry if you're being peaceful, is what I'm saying. Rumble sketching out. Sorry, hit the like and moving on. See you next time. Well, thank you, Crazy Duck Lady. I appreciate you. They just shoot your ass on sight. Oh, in North Carolina, you can't carry to riots. Yeah, don't be armed in a riot. I mean, if you're covering it journalistically, I would advise that you be prepared to defend yourself. Smash that like button, Crazy Duck Lady.
Here, he continues to stand at the scene.
Yeah, he's armed.
On the day he was killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun.
He didn't have it in his hand. It was on him, but he didn't have it in his hand. That is a lie. He never took his gun out. An agent took his gun out. Talking about this with a coworker, and he's libertarian with a soft heart. I just had to tell him that no part of mass deportation is going to be nice, and that it has a million butts and no solutions. Yeah. That's the thing. There's a difference between libertarian-minded individuals like myself and libertarians. There's a difference.
That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations.
Yeah, he wasn't carrying the gun. He didn't have the gun in his hand. He did reach down at one point to his right side when he got it back up on his knees, and he had a phone in his hand. But that's the side the gun was on, and if you're reaching that way, and you're fighting officers, this is not comparable to Daniel Shaver. People that are comparing this to Daniel Shaver, inaccurate comparison. That's a false equivalency.
Which concluded that Pretti was holding a phone, not a gun, when he was pinned to the street.
I think SIG's going to be sued for it. I think SIG's the main factor here. Is that negligent discharge? That's what set it off. That's what got people shooting. Is that unintentional discharge of that weapon? That's on SIG. Now, he put himself in that position in the first place. So I could see how they could come back and be like, hey, he's the one that got violent with the officers. He's the one that was resisting. He's the one that was obstructing.
Shortly after the altercation we filmed here on January 13th, federal agents drove away.
Yep. That's
soon after.
It sure looks, after the guy in the gray jacket pulled it out of the holster and walked off with it. As he was walking, he might have barely touched the trigger, and the jostle of it made it go off.
After that, we left the scene.
The news movement. Good video. Now, again, do I want the guy dead? No, but either the feds need to find their spines and morals or just go home. 47 days of training is not enough for street level law. The individuals that were involved in the actual incident with Pretti I know at least one had 8 years, one had 5 years. I don't know about all of the level of experience of the individuals in that interaction, but I will agree that yes, we do need more training. 47 days, apparently. I thought it was 55. I've heard conflicting reports on the amount of training that some of these newer ICE agents are getting. They do need a little bit. They don't need never get not wanting a positive safety on a semi-auto fire. Yeah, I like the safety on my little high point. It's good. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Dang it. This was... Oh, darn. We are past 2 hours, guys. This was manipulated. I mean, he was a nurse. He was an ICU nurse. He made good money. ICU nurses usually do make decent money. So he did a 6 hour. It's like a $1,500 gun, I think, is what I heard Bronco saying. And I agree with Bronco's analysis for the most part. I do. Border Patrol is a different animal than street level. 47 days is the current number to fluff that Trump's. Oh, okay. So Border Patrol is the one that's getting the 47 days, because those were the ones. It wasn't ICE that was involved in the shooting. It was Border Patrol. Yeah. I mean, Minnesota technically is on a border. Right? Borders Canada. So they do need a little bit more. I would say they probably need a little bit more intensive training, though. I would agree with that. 47 days is a little light. And just, you got to have it tight. If you don't have it tight, it's going to be open to criticism all the time. Get a Taurus G2C less than $300, I believe, like mine. Nice. My little bulldozer actually has a Taurus that I thought about maybe buying off of him, or I don't want to trade my High Point. It's a High Point. Cool thing about High Point is when you run out of bullets, you can throw it at somebody and it's still just as deadly because it's chunky as hell. But yeah, I don't want to trade it. I've had it for 12 years or so. Private party sale, in Missouri, you can do that. So, got it from a friend I actually graduated with. I'd consider him a friend. I'm a friend. Yeah. I haven't hung out with him or anything in years, but it's how life goes, guys. It's how life goes. All right, guys. Pretty bad guy. Again, don't like that he's dead. He put himself in that spot. He resisted the officers. He obstructed. He engaged. He didn't do anything to warrant being shot. We know that in hindsight. In the moment, I can absolutely understand how that happened. Never throw a perfectly working bludgeon. That's right. When Barnes was saying that they knew that he was disarmed. No, you don't know that. Are you a mind reader, Barnes? Are you a mind reader commie that started responding to my post on X from Canada? It has like 5,000 followers and zero following 0 people. Whatever your name is. Let me see what her name is. Molly McLean, canceled. Probably a fake account. No, we don't know what was in their minds. We don't know. We're not mind readers. We don't know for a fact that they knew he was disarmed. They heard the gunshot. Maybe when they heard that gunshot, they thought he had another weapon. Oh, they got the one out, but he has another one. Holy shit, we got to take out this threat. I can understand the legal justification for it. I don't like that it happened. I don't. Do I want to defend the feds? No, I don't. Stop making me defend the feds. Let's be real. How often does CBP agents need to deal with writing insurgent type behavior from U.S. citizens? Monday morning quarterbacking. Yeah. There's a little bit of that. We don't know how we'd react in that situation. It's not going to be perfect. It was a shitstorm of bad things happening that led to him getting shot. That's kind of where I end up. But I think Sig could be looking at another lawsuit. I really do. What you got, Mr. Scott? You did a post. You shared something. Oh, Coomer. What happened with Coomer? Ex-Dominion Voting Systems executive Eric Coomer admitted under oath January 27th, 2026 deposition in Coomer v. Byrne to discussing voting equipment education software and source code with foreign nationals, including Serbians who could remotely troubleshoot. Oh my God. Troubleshoot in Denver office. This contradicts years of Dominion denials of foreign involvement in U.S. elections. Holy fucking shit. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Scott. Random last topic, I guess. What the fuck? Charlie Kane, attorney for Eric Schumer, assaulted Burns attorney Peter Tickton several times after losing the motion to suppress questions related to Serbia, China, and Venezuela. Will justice finally be done for the stolen? I kind of doubt it. I mean, they're opening an Apparently, the FBI raided the Fulton County office in Georgia, so there's something. Joel Oatman witnessed this. Don't worry about the election. Trump's not going to win. I made fucking sure of that. Ho. Talking on an Antifa conference call. Yeah. Coomer. It's Cooman. What's up, you wrong? Good to see you. I don't know if anything's going to come from this, but, well, fuck. Let's see some accountability. When is that from? This just popped up. Okay, so that someone was just... Yeah, I hadn't seen this yet. Thanks, Mr. Scott, for sharing this. I appreciate you. Damn. Holy crap. No, I had not seen that. Serbia, you say? Fascinating. Wait, I might not be allowed to perform an action. What? Okay, X has been weird with the reposts. You got to click it twice. Trump always checking. I really hope not. Good on you, Mr. Scott. Thanks for sharing that. Let's see some accountability, guys. That's what I just want, some accountability. If we don't have accountability and we don't have secure elections, then we don't have it. We just don't have it. Think that happened yesterday? Okay, well, damn. Thanks for sharing. Should watch Hacking Google. It's crazy. Anything can be hacked. Oh yeah. Free Tina Peters. Yeah, let's do that. And the federal government does have a route that they could do that. They could claim her as, I think, a federal witness in the election stuff and get her out of prison instead of her being assaulted and possibly killed in prison, which I think is what they're trying to do. That judge is a disgrace. Absolute garbage human being. I agree with Viva Fry on that 100%. Trump's all talk when it comes to domestic policy has been we can go into another country and snatch up their president and his wife and shut off the power to 1.9 million people. But we can't shut down an open insurrection in Minnesota. That's a problem. Someone's going to have to square that for me because I don't see it. I really don't. And I want better things to happen. And I really hope this administration gets it in gear. But guys, guess what? We're going to go get Iran again. I thought we ended their nuclear program, Trump. What the fuck happened? What happened to that shit? But I digress. Tomorrow night, we'll get into that a little bit more probably. Iran, this election stuff with Coomer. They could also claim her as a witness in a Colorado state prison. Yeah, they could, but they're not. It's a problem. We need more. Do better. I'm trying, Dozer. I'm trying. There's so many issues. I can't get them all. Too bad. Do better. All right, guys. We're going to raid on Pilled. I'm not going to forget like I did last time. Who we're going to raid? We're going to raid Third Railify on Pilled.net. Who we're going to raid on Rumble. That's in part why Barnes is more pissy than usual. I understand that because I've been very pissy. I've been right along with him on honestly, a lot of the things. A lot, not all, but a lot. I understand. But this last, the one with Pretti he's way off in my opinion. But that's just me. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, Mr. Scott. But who are going to raid on Rumble? Billy, get it, man. People pay little attention and are less invested in geopolitics. Domestic is a minefield, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It really is. Oh, let me shout out we got Tim Fidman with a comment and Salty Zippertits with a comment. Thank you guys very much for that. Commenting. Just kidding. Tim Fidman. Okay. Let's see with the reposts here. Salty. Okay, well, that's King of Biltong. Oh, no, the new post or a new comment with Salty Zippertits. Guys, if you could kindly repost this stream, share it out on all the platforms that you can. Spread the word of the Dozer Den so we may welcome more Killdozers here into the Dozer Den. Let me see who we're going to raid on Rumble. Does Cecil raid out? I think Cecil raids out, doesn't he? Fuck it. Let's raid Cecil. I think they're doing the Jack Show. We're gonna raid Cecil over here on Rumble. Why don't I have my damn stream up on my phone? Foolishness from Bulldozer. Goodness. Oh, there we go. All right. We're going to. So he does sometimes. I am gonna say something in the chat, but I like Cecil. Like that he's on Rumble and kicking butt. Even though did he get banned? He got banned on YouTube, didn't he? Didn't his CommieTube account get banned? But I'm going to send you guys over there. Let him know the Dozer Den sent you. Tell him to come check us out every now and then. We'll be live at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Unless something crazy happens. I hope it doesn't. But let me paste this. But before we leave, we're going to play the Dozer Den theme song. We're going to rock out for a moment, guys. Oh, but my old knife, my Gerber, my knife, right? The one that I replaced. Just Jim, thanks for the red pill and the repost over there on Pilled. We're about to dip out. But this knife has been lost for months, almost close to a year. And it's back. It's a Gerber, solid little knife. I like it. Freaking enjoy the heck out of it. Just Jim with a $2 donation, gifting the can over there on Pill.net. Thank you so much for popping in and just lighting that chat up with a little bit of gold. And I do love me some gold, guys.
I love gold.
Yes, indeed. Cecil got a YouTube ban. I think it's temporary. Well, hopefully he continues to shill Rumble. Because I think it's a good platform. I do. Nothing's perfect, but we are going to play the Dozer Den theme song, guys, and I'm going to pop on out. Appreciate that $2 donation. It got us to $3 tonight, guys. $3. All right, I'll take it. I'm going to do it anyways, guys. I'm going to do it anyways. Appreciate you, Just Jim. Guys, you should follow Just Jim on Pilled and on Rumble. Let us play the Dozer Den theme song, and I will send you guys to Third Railify on Pilled and to Cecil Says over here on Rumble.
Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fight, patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crushing all foes, making them pay. Flag in hand, fury in eyes, screams of pride, ignoring lies, iron grip, ruthless and cold, American dream, fierce and bold, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart, no retreat, no surrender, bulldozers force, a savage offender, red, white, blue, burning bright, in the chaos he finds delight, blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, savage of legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart. Blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, savage of fate, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Dozer Den, and thank you to General Samuel Fields and Just Jim for the donations. Appreciate the heck out of you guys. Thank you, Just Jim. I do like that. I made that outro song with Suno. It's a good one. And yes, I felt bad for not streaming yesterday. What's up, Reality Packet over there on Rumble? Haven't seen you in the chat. So if you're new, hi there. If you guys didn't know, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, typically at 9 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do about 3 to 4 news topics with palate cleansers sprinkled about. Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a decompress stream, a chill stream from all the bullcrap of the week. We might have one topic, but for the most part, we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only two options, guys. If you're intersex, please pick a fucking lane. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have fun over at Third Railify on Pilled and on Cecil Says on Rumble. See you guys tomorrow at 9. Y'all have a good one.